Just bear with me here. I got to get the thumbnail. That should do it. This month has been absolutely insane. I've made over $300,000 this month. And just my crypto portfolio alone, I've made $231,000. And also, we have stocks having gone up. We have Forex trading's up a little over 30 grand so far. As we speak right now, on the trades that I've called in my private group here, we're up $15,000 on these current trades with a closed profit in the closed P&L this week. I'll call all my trades out here live. By the way, if you're not in my group, you need to join it. It's the link in the description. You can go there to follow all my trades and everything live in real time. There's also a group chat where you can ask me questions about anything you want, and I'll help you here 24/7 in the group chat. So that's that. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to go over the state of affairs here in the crypto market and the futures market and the Forex market. And I'm going to show you literally everything. I also have a free Telegram channel where I send out a lot of these analysis every day. I'm firing in there. I'm firing messages every single day in the free Telegram channel so that you can follow a lot of my sort of my analysis and trading ideas and stuff in there. So all those links are in the description. I'm not going to babysit you here, and I'm not going to threaten you that if you don't join, something bad's going to happen. But if you do join, something good might happen. So you might go there. Let me take off this little corn hat. It's distracting me probably more than it's distracting you. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. So with the crypto market right here, we've actually seen Bitcoin go and make a new all-time high. It went to about $123,000 at the peak before it ended up coming down a little bit right here. And so in the current state of affairs with the crypto market right here, Bitcoin currently sits at a little under $118,000, right? So we've had a little bit of a pullback. What I'm thinking is that a lot of things are going to be happening with a continued bull rally up higher to higher prices. Now, I'm going to be selling off a big portion of my assets here to $125,000 and $130,000. Maybe Bitcoin goes higher than that. I just don't know. I have no freaking clue, okay? I buy low and I sell high, and a lot of the times I'm wrong, a lot of the times I'm right. It just kind of depends on what's going on in the markets. But the fact of the matter is I'm still seeing a lot of good upside for Bitcoin, Algorand, and Solana, three of my biggest positions in crypto. So that's that for the crypto market. The synopsis here, I think it's going to continue up. So I'm holding right now, not doing anything. Now, in futures, a lot of you guys know I'm trading futures. I started a Top Step account again. I started this new one 2 weeks ago with the updated risk parameters trading MES. We did have another profitable week so far out of about 2 weeks of trading. Say 2 trading weeks. I've had 2 down days. The rest of them have all been little green days. So we had a profit the first week. We had a profit the second week. And we're coming into this next week. That's futures. Now, what the hell am I doing in futures? How am I actually trading? It's this crazy trading strategy called buy at the support and sell at the resistance. That's literally it. It's just buying and selling and using risk parameters of about $250 to $500 risk per trade. That's what I'm doing for Top Step futures. You have to intraday trade, so you can't swing trade. So I'm looking at lower time frames like the 3-minute chart and the 15-second chart. Again, if you want to trade live with me every single day, I do a live session 2 to 3 hours every single day inside Mission FX, my group, which you can join. It's a Discord group called MFX Nix Trades, or I think we're changing it to MFX Mentorship or something. Price is going up on that group soon. You need to join right now if you're wanting to follow my trades and trade with me live every single day. Okay, I've made millions of dollars in the crypto, the stock, and the Forex market over the past nearly a decade. If you're wanting to learn from somebody like that, it's a very small price per month that you could pay to literally have 24/7 access to me, as well as trading live with me. So that's futures. There's not really a lot to say on it. I buy and I sell, and price goes to support resistance. If you want to see it all live, that's where it all happens all live. I use the 3-minute charts, and then I use usually the 15-second chart to kind of determine when to buy and sell. Yesterday I was in a trade here as price was going down. I sold it. All these resistance levels, we had a huge drop off. Price came down here, and you can see like this was a profitable trade. We had some losses, we had some winners, but all in all, it was another profitable day yesterday. And you can actually follow my Top Step link to actually track the performance stats of this account. You can see how it has this little link here. I've copied it, and I've put it in the description of the video below. Yeah, I put it in the description of this video below. You can literally track my stats and P&L. You can see everything I'm doing here on Top Step Futures. So this is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to try to get a funded account here and get a payout. I'm going to make a video about it. We're going to see if it works. So that's with futures. Now, I'm really excited to go and transition into Forex. We've had a lot of cool things happen in the Forex market this past week. Okay, we've had a lot of movement. We've had a lot of price going up and down. We've had price surging around back and forth. It's just been so insane. I've just taken my Glock and my whatever the hell this is, a SIG P365, and I have just been firing off trades into the Forex market. People thought I was crazy. I'm going to show you some of the trades that I've take here in the Nix Trades group. So here in the Nix Trades group, I called all these trades on the 17th. So this was a day or two ago, probably 2 days ago. A lot of these are very, very simple support, resistance, and trend trades. So you can see, for example, Euro Canadian dollar. Here in the higher time frames, I look at H4, H1. Sometimes I look at the daily chart. All I do is when price looks like it's going up, I buy. And when it looks like it's going down, I sell. Generally, I make a little bit more when I'm right versus what I lose when I'm wrong, and that's the only reason I'm profitable. So in this case, we can see the price was made a high, made a low right here, made a lower high, made a lower low, and I just thought that if price comes up here, that we're going to make another lower high and then start going to the downside. So I entered a EuroCAD trade there. I entered this trade here. You can see it's the same analysis. This is actually a break and retest. We had a support zone here on GBP AUD. Price broke the support, came back to retest, and then started going down. After it started going down, I entered a sell with a stop above the little recent high right here. It's just the previous high. And then a target is going to be somewhere below, perhaps a 1-to-1, maybe even 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, depending on the context. Euro GBP, I was in a buy. I actually flipped out of buys and got into sells. I don't even think that's working out. But anyway, long story short, these are all the trades I took when they first happened that night. And the account's sitting here at 180K. This is where it's at now. The account is up $15,000 just on these open trades. Now, keep in mind, on these trades, I'm risking $10,000 per trade. If all of them stop out, I lose $60,000 to $70,000. And again, that's if every single trade stops out. It's about a 10K risk for each trade. However, if I win, I'm going to be making in the neighborhood of anywhere from $20,000 on one trade to potentially even more. And so as you can see, this was my performance stats before I even called out any of these trades. I know I put it in here somewhere. There's somewhere in everything's tracked live here in this Discord group, so you can all follow it. You can follow it live in here. So the performance stats, this is I think the beginning of this week or the end of last week. The account was funded at about $175,000. So $177,000 because I had $165K put in there, and then I put like $12K in from another account that I internal transferred. So about $177,000 deposit. So far, I've been a profit in $36,000 in this account. So that's going pretty good. It's really awesome. It's really chill. But you know what the best part is I don't have to do all this crazy shit that most people are doing. I don't have to use smart money, liquidity, order block, distribution, Wagyu beef, bullish Kobe steak, institutional order block analysis, trading strategies. I don't have to go to the chart and say, bro, the Fibonacci movement back to the 618 level is causing price to reverse. And so we're going to enter a buy and sell because the market makers and the liquidity hunters are stopping out retail traders for the buy side liquidity to send price up. I don't have to do any of that bullshit. And you shouldn't be doing any of that bullshit either. All you should be doing is looking at the chart and keeping things extremely simple and finding a way to control risk. You don't know what the easiest way to do that is? And yes, I just used the word easy in trading, which is an unforgivable sin. But it is literally freaking easy, unless you're a complete idiot. But then again, considering that over 90% of people lose money trading, and considering the fact that trading is really risky and that you're probably going to lose money anyway, maybe I shouldn't be throwing around words like easy. But if you have half a brain, and then you use 2% of half of that brain, you can wait for price to get to a super obvious clear support or resistance level, and then you can buy or you can sell, respectively. Buy at support, sell at resistance. You put a stop loss just past the zone, and then set a target somewhere else of at least 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Even if you're just entering randomly, blindfolded, like a chimpanzee throwing its shit at people at the zoo, you are going to win half your trades and you're going to lose half your trades, net of fees and commissions. And if you're with an unregulated, degenerate, offshore, chest-beating chimpanzee broker, you're generally going to have low spreads and low commissions if you're trading higher time frames in the Forex market. You buy and sell as support resistance. You put a stop on the other side. If the trade runs, you let it run at a profit. If it starts going against you, you can choose to close it early and take a small loss, or you can choose to let it hit the stop loss. But the worst case scenario is that you have a clearly defined loss from the moment you enter the trade. You buy or you sell. So that's keeping things simple. Buying and selling at support levels. I don't really know how much simpler to make that. And then when you buy and sell support resistance levels, that's keeping things simple. The next part is controlling risk. You put a damn stop loss somewhere where you think, okay, the trading idea is invalidated if it breaks past these lows of the support zone. Put a damn stop below the support zone. If it stops out, it stops out. It's going to happen all the time. You're only going to be right roughly half the time, and then you're going to be wrong roughly half the time, as long as you make a little bit more money when you're right versus what you lose when you're wrong. That is all that matters. When you look at my performance stats with Top Step, a lot of people were yelling at me because they're like, Nick, you're using the 15-second time frame, bro. You're using the 5-second time frame, bro. So all these people who are not profitable are telling me there's a problem with this. Guess what? There's no spreads in futures, right? The spread is like maybe like a quarter of a tick. So it's virtually non-existent. You get filled at the price that you see it's on here on the chart. You'll see there's no spread. You just get filled at that exact price. And the commissions are microscopic. The commissions are virtually nothing. You go look at all these trades. For a trade where I've made $750 on, it was $4 commission per each trade times 3. It was $12 to make $750. And this was over the course of just a few minutes. The commissions and the spreads are so tiny in futures, it doesn't matter. So if you're doing this, look what my performance stats are in this, right? My average win is almost double my average loss. My profit factor is above 1. It's about a 1.4. My trade win rate is not even 50%. It's less than 50%. It's 41%. And yet over the past 2 weeks, I've still managed to make a profit net on the account, as you can see here, like I showed you on the performance stats right here. And this is no different in Forex trading, and it's no different in crypto trading, and it's no different in stock trading. If you want to literally trade corn futures on the corn futures market, you trade corn, and as long as you're making more when you're right versus what you lose when you're wrong, that is what makes you profitable. There's no magic involved in here. There is no secrets. Anybody trying to tell you that there is a secret is full of shit and either lying or has no clue what they're doing themselves. Trading Forex and trading stocks and trading futures and trading crypto, all that matters is that long-term you're keeping things simple so you have a predictable way to do the same things over and over again, and that you are controlling risk. If you're not keeping things simple and controlling risk, you are misguided. You're going to spin around on your wheels, and you're probably going to end up in the huge pile of proverbially dead traders that have no profitability and that were failed. And I don't want you to be in that group of people. So that's all I have for this video today, guys. If you liked the video, that's great. If you feel like commenting on the video, that's great. If you feel like subscribing to this channel, I'm not going to ask you to do it because I'm not your dad. And if you want to get more personal help from me, telling you the truth and telling you like what the facts are, even if it's inconvenient and uncomfortable for you, I am a straight shooter. I have mentored thousands of people over the course of the past 7 years. If you want help from me, join the Discord group. It's below. It's the MFX Nick's Trades group. There'll be a link in the description, and I will see you in the next video, my good friends. Have a good one. Cheers.